Hello children, welcome to your chemistry online class. So almost we reached the end of our chapter. You have only few more topics that you have to study, only the elementary idea, definitions and all. The derivations and are not for you. It is already deleted. So we'll see what are those. The first one is liquefaction of gases. We know we can liquefy gases, but in old age or long time ago, people were thought we cannot liquefy gases at any temperature. A scientist called Andrews conducted an experiment on CO2, led to the discovery of the liquefaction of gases. He studied on CO2 gas in various temperature, pressure and all, and he identified the term critical temperature. So we'll see the graph of this. This was his experiment identification. He plotted the graph of the carbon dioxide in various temperatures. You can see here 50 degrees centigrade, 31 degrees centigrade, 30.98 degrees centigrade. In various temperature he plotted graph, and various pressure he conducted the experiment, and he identified the term critical temperature. So what we mean by critical temperature? In the point E, you can see this 30.98 degrees centigrade marked as TC. This is critical temperature, and the 73 is the temperature at which it shows the critical temperature, and the volume also marked here. So we'll see what is this critical temperature. So the critical temperature is the temperature below which a gas can be liquefied by mere application of pressure. So critical temperature is the temperature in which a gas can exist as gas. After or above the critical temperature, a gas will liquefy or it will attain the form of liquid. So, but it cannot be liquefied above the critical temperature. However, larger may be the applied pressure. So, critical temperature is the maximum temperature a substance can liquefy. How much amount of pressure if we apply more in above critical temperature, we cannot liquefy a gas. Below the critical temperature, the gas termed as vapor, and above the critical temperature it is called a gas. So below the critical temperature it will exist in the vapor form, above it will exist as gas. So here you can see 30.98 degrees centigrade is the critical temperature of carbon dioxide. The pressure at which the critical temperature is known as critical pressure. Critical pressure. The volume at which the critical temperature is known as critical volume. So how can we liquefy gases? What are the criteria? At high pressure and low temperature we can liquefy gases easily. So what will happen at high pressure? We know the gas particles are very far apart. So if we are applying high pressure, what will happen is they will come closer, and the intermolecular attraction forces also increases. If they are far apart, there is not much intermolecular attraction between the molecules. But if it come closer, what will happen is there will be increase the intermolecular attraction. So in order to overcome this intermolecular force of attraction, they will try to move apart and they will collide each other, and in order to overcome the intermolecular attraction, they will take energy from the molecules themselves and it became cool. If gas cooled, we will get liquid. This is the process occur in the liquefaction of gases. Then we'll move to a very important topic, that is liquids. You have to study the elementary idea only here. We know liquid is another state. What are things you know about liquids? We know liquids having definite volume, indefinite shape. It can move little bit. Liquids can flow. Liquids of density of liquids much greater than gases. We can compress liquids and change in volume in small amount only. It has viscosity. We'll see what is viscosity and certain terms. There are certain characteristics of liquids that we will see. Have you ever wondered why a needle can stand or flow on the top of liquid, or how insects can walk or move on water layer, or why the water drops having spherical shape? The reason behind this all are surface tension. It is very important phenomena of the liquids. So what is surface tension? It is defined as the tension of the surface film of liquid caused by the attraction of the particles in the surface of layer by the bulk of the liquid, which tends to minimize the surface area. If we take a liquid, its surface layer acts as a membrane. This property or this phenomena is known as surface tension. Due to this, these water droplets shown the spherical shape. So, if we take a container, there are different types of molecules. The molecules in the surface and the molecules in the bulk area or in the middle area. So what will happen is, there is another layer, here air, here water. So here this air layers also exert some pressure on the surface molecules. In the bulk, in all sides it show tension or force, but in the case of the molecules in the upper layer or the surface, it won't show the tension on the upward direction, because there is no other water molecule to show its energy. So what will happen is, this bulk molecules exert some pressure or force on the surface layer. In order to decrease this process, it will move to the bulk area. So the surface area will decrease. This property is known as surface tension. Due to this surface act as a membrane. Due to this, the insects can walk above the liquid layer or surface layer. So to minimize surface area, the water droplets attain the spherical shape. The next one is vapor pressure. It is the pressure exerted by gas in equilibrium with solid or liquid in a closed container at a given temperature is called vapor pressure. That is, if we take a gas, it will gas which will be equilibrium with the solid and the liquid. If we take a vapor is the mixture of liquid and gas. It is an equilibrium state. So in the time of vapor stage, it will show some pressure. This is known as vapor pressure. So the gas that is the above liquid is called its vapor, and it creates a pressure called vapor pressure. So the vapor pressure exerted by a vapor is in equilibrium with its liquid phase. We can define it in several ways. This is the pressure which the liquid converts into vapors. We cannot call vapors as liquids or gases. It is the equilibrium stage of both. So the vapor pressure depends upon two factors, mainly temperature. If temperature increases, the vapor pressure also increases and depends on the strength of attraction between the molecules in the liquid state. If the interaction increases, the vapor pressure decreases. Then this vapor pressure, the boiling, we can define boiling point as when the vapor pressure of a liquid is equal to the atmospheric pressure, that point is known as boiling point. And next we'll move to the next property. Sometimes you have observed that water will flow very easily, whereas honey flow very slowly. And if you take some other oil, syrups and all, they will flow very slowly. What is the reason behind this? This property of liquids is known as viscosity. What is this viscosity? Viscosity is defined as the resistance to flow of a liquid or a gas. It is resistance to flow. And this viscosity, if a fluid or liquid is highly viscous, it does not flow easily. For example, honey. And why it is happening? The factors affecting viscosity. First factor is density. The viscosity of a liquid varies directly with its density. That is, if density increases, the viscosity also increases. For honey, oil and all, the density is very high, so it is highly viscous. Next one is temperature. Temperature increases, viscosity decreases. That is why it is happening, because if temperature increases, the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules will weaken. It will weak. So the kinetic energy of molecules increases. So the viscosity also increases. The next one is solute concentration. It's directly proportional to the solute concentration. If the solute is highly concentrated, then the viscosity also increases. And it also depends upon the intermolecular force in the compound and the type of molecules. If the larger the molecules inside a liquid, the viscosity also will be high. If it is small, the viscosity also low. These are about the factors affecting viscosity. So we almost finished our chapter. You have to study this elementary idea. That's it about this chapter, and we will solve some problems in next class. Okay, thank you.